Hello students, welcome back to your computer science class. I hope you all had a good vacation. So before we left for the vacation, we had seen the functions, the inbuilt functions of string manipulation. We are doing chapter 10, string manipulation. Okay, and today I would first like to show you all two other softwares that you all can use instead of the Python ideally that we are already using. We use Python ideally this entire first term, and you can continue using it ahead. The new softwares have some advantages. Uh, Python ideally is a very basic software, and now you all are able to code basic programs in them. So you all know if you all forget to close a bracket or forget a colon or an indent, you all will be able to point out these errors for yourself. These new softwares do some work automatically for you all, and so they are advanced. And before you all can use such an advanced environment, I wanted you all to be very thorough with the basics so that you all are not dependent on these automatic systems. Okay, so today I'm going to show you all two other softwares that can be freely downloaded on the internet and can be used uh, for coding Python. Syntax, wording, indentation, rules, all of them remain the same. None of it will change. Only the interface that you're using will change. For your final practical examinations of 12th standard, there is a possibility that you have to go to another school and use another computer lab to give your examination. And they may not provide you with these advanced software. So you may have to give your final examination with the Python IDLE software, which we are using very successfully. These other softwares will only help you to code quicker. But none of this, you should not forget your basics in any of this. Okay? So the two softwares that one of it I have already told you about earlier, it is there in your textbooks also, which is Spyder Anaconda. And the other one is Pycharm. I will show you all both of it today. Okay, this is Pycharm, Pycharm. Okay, it is available online and you can download it. This is the kind of interface that you get with it. If I go for a new file, I need to go not select new project, but I must select new and then select file and then first name my file and then start. So if I have string manipulation, this is the name I have of my project. Sorry. So file, new, and then select Python file and then give it a name like string manipulation. And there is my Python file. I can write my comments. First Pycharm file, and then we can write the code or whatever is your code, like a equals to input. Like you can see, I just by writing I got all the options that we have, and I can just scroll through them and press on the space bar to select it. So uh, let's say if I'm using if else options, if A equals to B, and I do enter, colon, enter, I automatically it's showing me this red underline, which is that means there is an error over there. I can go here and find out. It is saying it's a reference error. That means you have not declared it. Here I have 6 problems, so I can go there and find out exactly what is the problem. So as and when you start using the software, you will be able to explore all the other tools. This is how Pycharm looks. I already have a software written over here, a code written on this tab. I have 4 tabs open, this tab right here. So I'm just going to run it and show you all it would uh, how it would. So right here at the bottom, I have enter a string, and I will say, okay. So this was my code where I am printing hello and hello in the straight order and in the reverse order using the same line. We are going to talk about these today. So this was the code. Okay. So this is Pycharm, and I'll teach you all how to download these now. Okay. So you go to Google, like I always say, just go to Google and search for Pycharm, and you will get this. Uh, Go to Google and write download Pycharm. Okay, and when you click on this first option, you will be navigated to this website. Okay, so when you go to that website, okay, this is a little irritating. Yeah. Okay. So when you go to that website right there, you will see 2 options. One is professional and one is community. Go for the community download. Don't go for the professional download. And then it is simple installation of any software. You just have to follow the steps, and you will have Pycharm on your desktop. Another one is using Anaconda. So you can download Spider Anaconda. Okay, and click on this one. This is a more advanced and highly loaded program. My suggestion would be download Pycharm. I did Spyder last year, but Spyder is a very heavy file. I have it. I will show it to you all. It's a very heavy file. So I prefer Pycharm to Spyder. But if you all want Spyder, which is a little more advanced because it also gives you Jupyter notebooks and many other softwares, then you can also download Anaconda Spyder. So I'll show you how even Spyder looks. Spyder takes a little longer to load also. So this is how spider looks. Where is spider? Yeah, this is how spider looks, where you all have to type the program on this site and you get the output here. And this is a step-in window where you get a variable explorer to actually sit and see what happens to that variable through the code at every step. So like I said, this is a little more advanced version of Spyder is a more advanced version. Its installation is also a little different, but you can take your pick and select what you want. All YouTube tutorials are available to sit and learn how these are supposed to be installed. Okay, so this is Spyder development environment, and the other one was Pycharm. Okay, now we did strings. We learned about strings in the last week, and basically strings are sequence of characters which are enclosed in quotes of any type. Okay, so it can be single quotes, double quotes, or triple quotes. They are immutable. That means they cannot be manipulated in a program constantly. That means you can't change the values of a string. You can add, for example, like we had learned concatenation. Okay, so you can add values to a string, but you cannot change the existing one. Whatever is there existing, it will always remain the same. So if I have a string called apple, I can change it to apples by adding an s at the end, but I cannot change it to bananas. Okay, that means immutable. But if I had numbers, like when we were dealing with numbers, if I had an initial number of 1 or 0, I could write I plus equals to whatever and change the number. Then when I added 1 to it, it would become 2. It would not be 1 and 1. Okay, so if I had a number 1 and I added 1, it would do a mathematical calculation and change the entire number to 2. But in strings, when we use the plus sign, it does concatenation. That means in addition to existing string, we are adding some new values. Okay, so strings are immutable. That means you cannot really change or modify its values. An empty string is a string that has 0 characters. Each character of a string has a unique position ID or an index ID. This is what we learned during slicing a string. There was forward indexing and there was backward indexing. Okay, so this is a quick introduction to the string chapter we have done last class. For your next class, please sit with your textbooks and I'm going to show you all the programs in your textbook examples. We're going to solve it because you all will have to sit and write these down in your notebooks and solve them on your computer, and make sure you are creating folders, string chapter wise folders, which has all the Python programs that we solve inside that chapter. So now make a new chapter called string, and all the programs we have solved till now go in that folder, plus the ones we are doing in the future. Okay, with this I end today's class. Please download one of these two different softwares for our next class, so that when I'm working on it, you can also work on it and you all can see the advantages. With this I end today's class. Children, stay home, stay safe, take care, keep learning. Thank you.